the storm around Ilia Topuria just intensified. El Matador is facing a tsunami of criticism from the MMA community, but instead of backing down, he's doubled down, turning the volume up on his controversial trash talk. Is this a meltdown or a masterclass in building a super fight? Welcome back to Combat Buzz Daily. Today we've got a huge update involving Ilia Topuria and his defiant response to the recent firestorm of criticism. We also have heated reactions from top analysts and fellow fighters across the divisions, breaking info about those buy-in followers accusations that are swirling online, and crucial updates on his sudden personal revelations about his fighting hiatus. Let's jump straight into it. Ilia Topuria, the reigning featherweight champion, has once again found himself at the center of a swirling controversy. And true to form, he's not just weathering the storm, he's fanning the flames. Following Islam Makhachev's dominant yet ground-heavy victory over Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322, Topuria didn't mince words, declaring Makhachev a disappointment of a champion and the most boring thing in this game. This wasn't just a casual jab, it was a direct challenge that ignited an immediate and fierce backlash from a significant portion of the MMA community, including fans and fighters who lauded Makhachev's unparalleled dominance. But the criticism didn't stop there. Topuria has been hit with a barrage of online accusations, most notably that he's been artificially inflating his Instagram follower count, a claim that has only fueled the negative sentiment. Add to that the lingering criticism from his past comments about always flying a $200,000 private jet for US fights, which many fans found tone-deaf and out of touch. This isn't Topuria's first rodeo with controversy. His confident, often perceived as arrogant trash talk towards figures like Charles Oliveira, Conor McGregor, and Paddy Pimblett has consistently divided opinion. Yet, in the face of this widespread condemnation, El Matador has adopted an almost McGregor-esque strategy, essentially firing back by refusing to back down. His current approach is widely seen as a deliberate, calculated move to generate massive engagement and build towards what he clearly views as the sport's biggest potential money fight, a super fight with Islam Makhachev. He seems to be embracing the role of the polarizing antagonist, believing that any attention, positive or negative, is good for business. However, amidst this public spectacle, a new layer to Topuria's narrative emerged late last November. He announced a surprising hiatus from fighting in early 2026, citing a difficult moment in my personal life and a need to focus on his children following reports of a separation from his wife. This revelation momentarily shifted the conversation, bringing a human element to a persona often viewed as solely aggressive. Despite these personal challenges and the ongoing public scrutiny, Topuria remains steadfast in his conviction that a clash with Makhachev is the most significant bout to make, doubling down on his desire for that monumental matchup. The question now looms larger than ever. Is this calculated brilliance, or is Topuria on the verge of alienating the very audience he seeks to captivate? Image prompt 1. Split screen. Ilia Topuria looking confident or smirking in one panel. Other panel shows graphics of trending negative tweets and headlines, e.g., boring champ, buying followers? Image prompt 2. Dynamic shot of Ilia Topuria mid-sentence, gesturing animatedly, overlaid with a subtle money fight graphic and a faint silhouette of Islam Makhachev in the background. Our top story today involves Ilia Topuria, who has just ignited a social media firestorm with his recent controversial statements, drawing significant backlash from the MMA community and even other fighters. According to Topuria's own Twitter, now X account and past interviews, he has consistently aimed sharp criticism at his peers. After Islam Makhachev's dominant yet ground-heavy victory over Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322 in November 2025, Topuria famously tweeted, "That was a disappointment of a champion, the most boring thing in this game. If you're a champion, you should entertain the crowd. This is why I'm here." This has caused major reactions across the MMA community. Many fans immediately jumped to Makhachev's defense, praising his technical brilliance and dominant grappling as the essence of MMA, regardless of striking output. They highlighted his sustained reign and undisputed status. However, a vocal minority echoed Topuria's sentiment, craving more stand-up action from a champion. This initial debate was then amplified by other factors contributing to the negative sentiment surrounding El Matador. Fans commented that Topuria was merely stirring the pot out of jealousy or a desire for attention, with some even questioning the authenticity of his recent social media growth, accusing him of artificially inflating his Instagram follower count, a claim that quickly trended online and further fueled the negative narrative. Meanwhile, analysts believe this aggressive, polarizing approach is a deliberate and calculated strategy by Topuria to generate buzz and position himself for a massive super fight against Makhachev, mirroring Conor McGregor's infamous marketing tactics. This situation isn't just affecting Topuria's public image, it's intensifying the rivalry and shaping the narrative around a potential clash with Makhachev. His outspoken nature, coupled with these specific criticisms, has made him a true lightning rod in the sport. The online sentiment has been further complicated by past comments from Topuria regarding his lavish travel habits. He previously revealed that he always flies on a $200,000 round-trip private jet for his US fights, a comment that many fans found tone-deaf and out of touch, especially given rising costs for everyday fans to attend events. This revelation added another layer of perceived arrogance to his persona, alienating a segment of the fan base. All these elements combined have created a potent cocktail of criticism that Topuria is now facing head-on. Transition. This brings us to another heated situation involving Ilia Topuria, as he's now had to address the overwhelming backlash. Dana White responded to speculation that Ilia Topuria's recent personal issues and subsequent fight hiatus were causing a rift with the UFC brass regarding a potential Islam Makhachev super fight, saying, "Look, Topuria is a champion. He's got personal stuff going on. We respect that. This isn't some drama, this is life. When he's ready, he's ready. But make no mistake, that Makhachev fight, everyone wants it, and it's going to happen when the time is right, not just because someone's tweeting about followers or boring fights." Dana seemed annoyed, especially after rumors claimed the UFC was secretly pressuring Topuria to fight sooner, despite his public statement about personal difficulties and a need to focus on his children. He clarified that they fully support their fighters through personal challenges and that Topuria's well-being comes first, while also acknowledging the immense fan demand for the Makhachev bout, insisting that, "We're not in the business of forcing fighters. Family comes first, always." This sparked more reactions online, with fans saying some were praising Dana for a human response and prioritizing fighter welfare, while others remained skeptical, suggesting Topuria's personal announcement conveniently cooled down the immediate pressure following his aggressive call-outs and boring comments about Makhachev. It's a clear divide. Impatient fans demanding action versus those advocating for mental health breaks, wondering if Topuria's villain persona is now clashing with his human reality. Transition. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, matchmaking seems to be slowing down. Reports now say the UFC is trying to finalize the highly anticipated blockbuster super fight between featherweight king Ilia Topuria and lightweight champion Islam Makhachev, but issues involving Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev are causing delays. Topuria's recent declaration of a personal hiatus in early 2026 and his unapologetic trash talk have created a complex web of negotiations, while Makhachev's camp is reportedly seeking clarity on timing and opponent. An insider said, "Topuria is absolutely playing the long game, a page right out of Conor McGregor's playbook. He knows a fight with Makhachev is the biggest money fight in the sport, and he's deliberately cultivating this polarizing persona to build hype. Calling Makhachev a boring and disappointing champion, despite the backlash, is all part of the blueprint to generate interest, create a narrative, and make everyone want to see them clash." The private jet comments, the alleged follower buying, it's all noise designed to keep him in the headlines. His recent announcement about needing personal time is genuine, but don't mistake that for a softening of his stance on Makhachev. If anything, it's just a temporary pause before he doubles down even harder on getting that super fight. He believes the drama, the personal attacks, the sheer audacity will ultimately force the UFC's hand to make this unprecedented cross-divisional showdown happen and make it the biggest PPV of the year. He wants to be the one to dethrone the boring champ, and he wants to make millions doing it. The UFC wants Ilia Topuria's challenge for Islam Makhachev's lightweight crown to headline a massive pay-per-view, hoping to capitalize on the brewing animosity and Topuria's controversial star power. However, scheduling problems with Ilia Topuria, who recently cited a difficult moment in my personal life, requiring him to focus on his children and step away from fighting in the first quarter of 2026, may push things back considerably, creating a logistical headache for matchmakers. This could result in Islam Makhachev potentially defending his lightweight title against another top contender, perhaps Justin Gaethje or even a resurgent Charles Oliveira in the interim while Topuria addresses his personal matters. Such a move would allow Makhachev to remain active and solidify his reign, though it would undoubtedly frustrate fans eager for the El Matador matchup. For Topuria, after his announced break, should the Makhachev fight not immediately materialize due to ongoing negotiations or Makhachev's schedule, rumors suggest other high-profile matchups could be on the table to keep him active and in the public eye. However, Topuria has remained unwavering in his desire for the Makhachev super fight, seeing it as the ultimate proving ground and the biggest financial opportunity in the sport, a true McGregor-esque pursuit of legacy and riches. Transition. As matchmaking stalls, fighters are speaking out. Top lightweight contender Gilbert Burns, known for his grounded approach and respect for the craft, wasted no time firing back at Topuria's flippant remarks on Twitter, posting, "Calling Islam boring after that masterclass against Jack is just pure disrespect, man. He controlled every single aspect of that fight, shut down a dangerous striker like Della Maddalena from start to finish, and defended his belt dominantly. Championship fighting isn't always about wild KOs or striking clinics. It's about strategic dominance and finding the path to victory. Ilia needs to understand that not every win needs highlight reels to be impressive. Real fighters appreciate the full game." This was clearly aimed at Ilia Topuria, directly challenging his narrow definition of entertainment and skill in high-level MMA. Fans reacted with a strong wave of support for Makhachev and appreciation for Burns' perspective. Social media platforms like X and Reddit exploded with discussions, with many users lambasting Topuria for what they saw as disingenuous provocation. The prevailing sentiment among Makhachev's defenders was that Topuria's focus on boring overlooked the sheer difficulty and precision required to completely nullify a top-tier striker like Jack Della Maddalena. Experts and casual fans alike argued that Makhachev's performance was a showcase of intelligent, suffocating pressure, the kind that breaks opponents mentally and physically, proving why he is a pound-for-pound contender. Many called Topuria's comments cheap shots, designed purely to draw attention to himself, and questioned if he truly understood the strategic depth of a champion's performance at the highest level. This exchange further intensified the desire for a potential clash between Topuria and Makhachev, setting it up as a compelling battle not just of styles, but of conflicting philosophies on what constitutes championship-caliber fighting and fan entertainment. Meanwhile, seasoned welterweight contender Belal Muhammad, never one to shy away from a strong opinion, added his voice to the chorus defending the lightweight king, tweeting emphatically, "Ilia talking about boring fights, that's rich coming from someone who hasn't faced a fraction of the pressure Islam brings. Go try to stop Islam's takedowns, escape his control, and survive his ground and pound for 25 minutes, and then tell us how boring it is. That's championship-level pressure, a masterclass of control that Topuria hasn't even begun to face in his career. Respect the undisputed champ." Some guys just talk to stay relevant because their fighting doesn't do it alone. This only fueled more drama going into the ongoing debate surrounding the legitimacy of trash talk versus proven performance and how different divisions view dominance within the UFC. It also significantly intensified the buzz around a potential future super fight between Topuria and Makhachev, setting up a captivating narrative of the fiery, trash-talking featherweight attempting to dethrone the stoic, dominant lightweight king, potentially redefining the landscape of the pound-for-pound rankings and divisional supremacy. Transition, and now let's move into our final story. New reports reveal that Ilia Topuria has announced he would be taking a significant hiatus from fighting in the first quarter of 2026. Sources say Topuria cited a difficult moment in my personal life and a pressing need to focus on his children, following widespread reports of a separation from his wife. And fans instantly reacted with a mix of surprise and newfound empathy. This may not be the biggest story of the day, but it definitely affects his immediate fighting future, his highly anticipated super fight with Islam Makhachev, and even the public's perception of El Matador himself. For weeks, Ilia Topuria has been at the center of a storm of controversy. From labeling Islam Makhachev a disappointment of a champion and boring, to facing accusations of buying Instagram followers and even catching flack for his lavish private jet travel comments, Topuria seemed to relish his role as MMA's newest polarizing figure. His confident, almost arrogant trash talk towards everyone from Charles Oliveira to Conor McGregor had largely painted him as a fighter more interested in generating buzz than connecting on a human level. But then, late last November, Topuria dropped a bombshell that cut through all the noise. In a candid statement, he revealed his decision to step away from the octagon for the first 3 months of 2026, explaining that he was navigating a difficult moment in my personal life. While he didn't elaborate extensively, sources close to the champion have confirmed reports of an ongoing separation from his wife, emphasizing his paramount need to prioritize his children during this challenging period. This personal revelation has dramatically shifted the narrative surrounding the featherweight king. Where once the online debate raged about his perceived arrogance or the validity of his fighting critiques, the conversation has now pivoted to a more somber, empathetic tone. Suddenly, the man who was doubling down on trash talk, seemingly unfazed by backlash, showed a vulnerable side. Fans and even some fellow fighters have begun to view his recent antics through a different lens, wondering if the aggressive bravado was perhaps a shield for underlying personal struggles. It's a stark reminder that behind the fight game, the bravado and the trash talk, these athletes are real people facing real-world challenges. This unexpected turn has not only put his immediate fighting schedule on hold, delaying a potential return to action, but it also casts a new light on his ongoing campaign for a super fight with Makhachev. While his desire for that clash remains steadfast, for now, Topuria's focus is clearly beyond the bright lights of the arena and on the well-being of his family. Welcome back to Combat Buzz Daily, and we've reached the point where we need to ask, is Ilia Topuria's audacious gamble going to pay off, or is he setting himself up for a massive fall? We've seen El Matador double down on his trash talk, facing a torrent of backlash for everything from calling Islam Makhachev boring to accusations of buying followers and his much-criticized private jet revelations. Yet Topuria remains unyielding, a man seemingly dedicated to a singular polarizing vision. His critics are loud. They point to the disrespect shown towards a dominant champion like Islam Makhachev, who just secured a masterful win over Jack Della Maddalena. They highlight the optics of a fighter boasting about $200,000 private jet trips while many fans struggle financially. The buying followers chatter has only fueled the fire, painting a picture of artificiality. For a segment of the fan base, Topuria's confidence has crossed the line into outright arrogance, alienating potential supporters. However, we cannot ignore the strategic brilliance, or at least the intent, behind Topuria's methods. Many within the sport and a growing number of fans believe this is a deliberate, calculated play. He's not just talking trash, he's crafting a narrative, forging an identity as the sport's next heel, all in pursuit of a monumental super fight. The echoes of Conor McGregor's rise are undeniable, generating controversy, capturing headlines, and forcing the conversation onto himself. Topuria explicitly wants the Islam Makhachev fight, not just for the belt, but for the legacy and the unprecedented payout it promises. He sees Makhachev as the biggest name, the ultimate challenge, and he's willing to burn bridges to get there. The recent announcement about his difficult moment in personal life and stepping away for the first quarter of 2026 certainly adds a complex human element to his otherwise brash persona. It's a reminder that behind the fight game, there are real people with real struggles. This shift in focus from his fighting persona to his personal well-being has, for some, softened the blow of his earlier comments, perhaps even garnering a touch of empathy. But for others, it's just another twist in the Topuria saga, a temporary distraction from his polarizing tactics. Ultimately, Ilia Topuria is playing a high-stakes game. He's betting that the generated interest, the animosity, and the sheer volume of discussion, whether positive or negative, will culminate in the biggest fight of his career. Will his unwavering self-belief and confrontational style cement his place as a superstar and draw millions, or will he find himself isolated, a champion admired for his skill but scorned for his character? The MMA community is absolutely exploding with opinions, and only time will tell if El Matador has truly found the path to payout or is heading for a painful pitfall. What do you think about today's updates? Should Ilia Topuria get his desired super fight against Islam Makhachev next? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe for daily MMA updates here at Combat Buzz Daily. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.